morning everyone. Hope you all are safe and good at your home. So I'm your science teacher once again with you. So as you all know that in our last video we have completed our vitamins and minerals. So today we are going to discuss the remaining part of this chapter. So what's our today's topic? So our today's topic is classification of food on the basis of their function. Okay. What's our today's topic? Classification. Classification of food, okay, on the basis of its function. Now on the basis of its function, food is divided into three groups. And what are these three groups? Number one is body building food. Second, energy giving food. Next, protective food. So these are the three types of food: body building food, energy giving food and protective food. Okay, now let's talk one by one about these three types. Firstly, body building food. So body building food, from this word it's already clear that body building means, build means hota hai to make, okay, build means to make. So food which help us to make our body, means which help us to make cells and repair our tissue, are known as body building food. And who is responsible for it? You all know that our nutrients has different function. All the nutrients play different role in our body. So proteins are responsible for this. Okay, now let's talk about energy giving food. So energy means food which gives us energy. Okay, energy giving food means food which gives us energy are called energy giving food. So which nutrients are responsible for this? So carbohydrates and protein, these two nutrients are responsible for it. So which nutrient? Carbohydrates and fats. Okay, now protective food. Protective words come from protection, and protection means safety. Okay, now protective food which protect us from infection or disease is known as protective food. And which nutrients are responsible for it? So minerals and vitamins are responsible for this. Means which nutrients are included in these three types of food? So proteins are included in body building food, carbohydrates and fats are included in energy giving, and vitamins and minerals are included in the protective food. Now let's take an example to clear this topic very properly. You all know that in your school there are many teachers. Okay, now each and every teacher has this specific subject. Okay, suppose I am your science teacher. Okay, now next one is your English teacher, next one is your maths teacher. Means each and every teacher has their own subject. Okay, and same as it is, all the three types has their own function and their own nutrients. Okay, now let's take the let's discuss about the some sources of these three types. So firstly, proteins. We get proteins from where? Yes, we get proteins from soya beans, pulses, milk, fish, etc. Carbohydrates and fat, these two are responsible for energy giving. So carbohydrates and fat, we get carbohydrate from wheat, rice, potatoes, sugar cane and all the things. And fats, we get fat from ghee, butter, oil, cheese, etc. Next, protective food means vitamins and minerals. So we get vitamin and minerals from all the green leafy vegetables and fresh fruits. Okay. Now our next topic is what? Yes, our next topic is balanced diet. So firstly, let's talk about diet. What is diet? Okay. So the food which we eat, is known as diet. Now what is the meaning of balance? Balance means to eat each and every nutrient in a proper proportion, in a proper amount. Okay. So you all know that our body required each and every nutrients, but in a proper proportion, in a proper amount. Okay. So what is the meaning of balanced diet? So the meaning of the balanced diet is a diet which contains all the nutrients in proper amount or a proper proportion for our proper functioning of body. So it is called as balanced diet. Okay. Now you all know that each and every nutrients is required by our body, such as carbohydrate, fats, vitamins, minerals, protein. Along with these nutrients, our body also need roughes and water, okay, for their proper function. Now let's come on our next topic, that is deficiency disease or disorder. So what is the meaning of deficiency disease or disorder? So you all know that our body required a proper amount of nutrients, each and every nutrients. Okay. If there is a lack of, Now what is the meaning of lack? Lack means coming. If there is a lack of any nutrient in our body, so our body shows abnormalities. Okay. Now these abnormalities these abnormalities cause deficiency disease. Means if there is lack of any nutrient in our body, so the lack of the nutrient causes disease, and such type of disease is known as deficiency disease. Okay. Suppose if our food has lack of protein from from few days, so the disease caused by the protein and carbohydrate both is known as PEM. What is known as PEM? So what is the meaning of PEM? This is PEM. So PEM means P for protein, E for energy, and M for malnutrition. So what is the meaning of malnutrition? We know that what is proteins, what is energy, and what is malnutrition. So malnutrition means lack of nutrients. Okay. Now you all know that we required each and every nutrients, but we have to take these nutrients in proper proportion. So you all know that eating the right kind of food is not enough. We should be cooked proper so that nutrients will be maintained. Okay. If overcooking is done, so that the nutrients are lost from the food. Okay. So we have to eat proper amount of food in proper proportion. So let's see how, if there is any lack of nutrient in our body, so how it is caused a disease. Means you know that our body required these you all know that our body required different types of nutrients, but if there is a lack of any nutrient, so lack of each and every nutrient cause disease. Now let's see which nutrient cause which type of disease.
So we all know that some disease or disorders are caused due to lack of vitamins and minerals in food. So firstly, let's discuss about vitamin A. Vitamin A, if there is a loss of vitamin A in our body, it causes loss of vision. Clear? And the symptoms of it is poor vision, night blindness. And the sources from where we get Vitamin A are green leafy vegetables, carrot, papaya, fish liver, oil. Now let's see second type, that is vitamin B1. Vitamin B1 cause beriberi and the symptoms are weak muscles and very little in energy to work. And the sources from where we get vitamin B are meat, eggs, whole grains and milk. Next one is vitamin C. Vitamins, if there is a lack of vitamin C in our body, it causes scurvy and the symptoms are bleeding gums. And the sources from where we get vitamin C are citrus fruit, amla, tomato, etc. Vitamin D. Vitamin D cause rickets and the symptoms of this disease are bones become soft and weak, bending of bones. Now let's see the sources of this vitamin. So we get vitamin D from fish liver oil, milk and sunlight. Now let's see, you all know that our body required vitamin and minerals both, and same as it is there is a lack of any minerals in our body, it also cause some disease. So let's see which type of minerals cause which type of lack of minerals cause which type of disease or disorder. So let's talk about calcium. The disease and disorder which is caused due to lack of calcium are weak bones and teeth, and the symptoms are weak bones, early tooth decay. Let's come on next type of mineral, that is iodine. Iodine caused goiter, and the symptoms of goiter are swelling in neck, enlargement of thyroid, and mental disabilities. And let's talk about the sources. Iodized salt is the main source of iodine. Let's talk about iron. Iron, the disease which is caused due to lack of iron is anemia, and the symptoms are weakness. And the sources from where we get iron are meat, eggs, pinch, etc.
Much for watching me. Have a great day.